how balanced USC is, how difficult of a challenge are they? Just the fact that they have got 4 or 5 guys that can beat you on any given possession.
Yeah, they're extremely talented. When you look top to bottom with their rotation guys, it's got an unbelievable level of talent. And obviously Eric Musselman's one of the best in the business as far as getting their guys going once they get hot. And really they're all the same. When you look at them, they can all shoot, they can all dribble, they're all athletic. And they've kind of got that 6'6" to 6'8" across the board with their roster, and they're strong and they're fast. So it's important to get off to a good start. Our students will be back tomorrow. Very important for us to get the crowd behind us early in this game. Coming off the streak that we're on right now, got to do everything in our power to get out of it. And it's an effort game. Physicality is going to be very important in this one. And we're excited to be back home and hopefully go out there and compete.
Have you seen guys respond since you said you wanted more toughness against Rutgers?
You look at the rebound battle. We've done a nice job the last 2 games, and I think Rutgers had 7, and we gave up 8 to Maryland. Maryland's one of the top offensive rebounding teams in our league. So from that standpoint, and taking care of the basketball, we were sloppy early the other day, but once we calmed down, we had some really good possessions. I was really proud of how our guys fought and came back, and the resilience late in that game. You're down 9. Things are going to go to 15, or you're going to find a way to give yourself a chance to win. And our guys executed beautifully. Those last 3 minutes to get 3 stops and three or 4 scores, to climb back even. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the stop, and didn't have a great possession there to finish off the game.
You mentioned having faster starts, or having a fast start on tomorrow. Not that you haven't had horrible starts, but have you thought of potentially moving a guy like Andrew into the starting line?
Yeah, we've looked at a lot of things, and we've got a couple guys that are nursing some injuries right now that have not practiced, that will hopefully be ready for the game tomorrow. But that all factors into it when you have lineup changes. So we'll get through our shoot around tomorrow, and we'll throw a lineup out there. But again, to me, the important group is the one that's on there at the end of the game. We've had some really good starts to games. Rutgers was a great start. You get up 9 right away. Unfortunately, we couldn't extend it and get that thing up into double digits. And then, the game at Maryland. And that's, Maryland's sole purpose is to turn you over and keep the ball out of the paint and swarm you. And we didn't handle that well early in the game the other night. And that being said, our bench was terrific. I thought Aaron obviously had his best game in a Nebraska uniform, and Andrew Morgan was really good. I thought Sam gave us a nice boost. Unfortunately, picked up 2 quick fouls in the first half, but he was part of some really good lineups there in the second half. And then Connor, hit a couple as well. So, we'll see how it goes early in this game tomorrow, and if we have to change quick, we'll get our subs in there.
You had Aaron and Raleigh on the court at the same time. I haven't seen much of that this year. Just what made you go to that, and what did you get out of having those?
Yeah, part of it was their pressure and the way they were picking us up, to have 2 guards out there that can initiate your offense and get it up the floor. And I liked it. I liked what I saw with those guys. We've been playing with some of that in practice, and I like the way that group looked.
With Aaron, are you able to put in perspective just how hard it is to get back into rhythm after being away from game action, game environment as long as he was, and then having that little setback in November with the injury?
Yeah, and he did have the ankle injury, and then we went out in that tournament in Hawaii and played really good basketball. And I'll say this about Aaron: I give him all the credit in the world. He played 6 minutes against Rutgers and played pretty well, and didn't get in there in the second half. He was as good as anybody we had walking in the gym the next morning as far as being a leader and using his voice. And that stuff pays off, man. The basketball gods work in a weird way. And, when you respect the game, when you go out and do things right, it rewards you. And, Aaron goes out there, 10 assists, 1 turnover, and just been really proud of him, how he's handled, a tough situation with what happened to him last year, to the injury this season, now working his way back. And, I met with him a couple days before the game and told him it's just a matter of time before your minutes get up there over 20 again. And it happened in the last game. When it happens, you don't know, but you always have to be prepared for it. So I've been really appreciative of Aaron in his professionalism and how he's handled it.
When you've been part of teams that are on a losing skid, is it worth bringing up the big picture? The things you want are still in view, or do you just focus on the micro stuff?
Yeah, we do talk, and you have to. It's all out there right now, and we went from being in a really good situation in a really good position, to still having our goals right in front of us. And, you know, a lot of teams have gone through 3-4 game losing streaks in this league. It happens. And, you know, you got to respond. You got to keep going out there. And, you know, one thing I really liked about the last game, I thought our defensive edge was back. And that's got to be our constant. I've talked a lot about that, obviously. We went through that lull in the second half where they were able to push it up to 9. But for the most part, I thought our defensive intensity was where it needed to be to give ourselves a chance to win in a tough environment on the road. And that's got to be, you know, everything that we're all about coming out of the gate tomorrow. Is we got to guard, we got to get deflections, hopefully get us out in transition. Because when we take the ball out of the net, we're not as effective as we can get the ball off the floor quickly and play in transition.
How do you keep guys from getting frustrated, you know, hanging their heads in a 4-game stretch like this?
Yeah, it's, you know, you talk about it till you're blue in the face. You know, we talk a lot about it, but, you know, it's all about how you respond and when the adversity hits. That's what it's all about. Anybody can lead. Anybody can go out there and play with swagger when things are going well. You know, the winning teams, they find a way to battle through those inconsistent stretches and when the adversity hits. For the most part, our guys have battled through it, obviously with the exception of Michigan State and Purdue. And, you know, you got to, again, that's body language in this business, man. It's not good. Teams will pounce, they'll smell blood in the water, and they'll jump all over you when that happens. So, you know, we show examples of it when guys hang their heads or, you know, throw their arms up. And, you know, when we stay together, again, we're pretty good and we have a chance. And I thought for the most part, against Maryland, it was good. Against Rutgers, I didn't see a lot of head hanging. We played hard that game. We just didn't play with the toughness that we needed to. We got it back, you know, in this last one. So, you know, just keep grinding, man. That's the bottom line. We just got to keep fighting, keep swinging, and, you know, I'm confident this team will go on a run at some point.
You mentioned some guys are dinged up right now. Are you willing to say who we're talking about here?
No.
With St. Thomas, I know you watched him a lot in high school. How has his game evolved to where he's kind of a do-it-all player for them?
Yeah, he's having a great year. He's one of the more versatile players in this league. I'm happy for him. He's a good kid, and you know, he's playing really good basketball for them right now. He's second on their team in assists. You know, he can rebound the ball, he can push it, handle it. So he's doing a lot of really good things for USC. I think he's coming off 20 and 18-point games. So, you know, he's a load out there, especially playing in front court position. He's strong. You know, he's thick. And he's got good athleticism. So, yeah, St. Thomas having a great year.